Hey love bugs, welcome to my channel. I am Navy Marlowe. Thanks for joining me today. If you're a returning subscriber, hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is your first time clicking on the Navy Marlowe channel. Hello, welcome, nice of you to join us. In this video, you guys, I am going to show you what I purchased from Sephora and Ulta. Honey, I went there just to get a couple of items, a couple things that I need to replenish. And you guys already know, you've been to Ulta, Sephora before. You already know when you go in there, and there's so many times I go in there and I say I'm gonna get one item and I come out with more than one item. And then on top of that, there's so many new products that have come out. Jackie just came out with her palette. Urban Decay just came out with their new foundation. Riri just came out with her new foundation. So it was hard. It was hard trying to stay on track. I feel like I stayed on track, but I ventured off a little bit. So if you guys want to see what I got when I ventured off, stay tuned. To let you guys know, I am feeling very under the weather, so I'm going to try to make it through this video. I have my tea somewhere on standby, so I'll try to sip on that as much as I can, but please bear with me. Hopefully I don't do any coughing or sneezing through this video. So all right, so let's get into it. First, I'm going to start with the items that I've had already that I just went to replenish. So these are items that I've already used, I've already had. So I'll start with what I purchased from Ulta first. So the first thing I had to replenish was this Cover FX blurring primer. If you guys have watched any of my makeup tutorials, you know that this is probably my favorite primer. I just love it because I have larger pores in my my cheek area and in my nose. So I use this particularly in this area here in the bottom T-zone area. Just so it smooths right over those pores. So when I put my foundation on, it just gives it like one smooth look. So yes, I love the Cover FX blurring primer. And the next thing that I got is the Beauty Blender. If you guys are makeup gurus, if you love doing makeup, then you are already aware of this Beauty Blender, but this is a must-have. I just wish it wasn't so expensive. If you guys know of any other makeup sponges that are cheaper but still gets the job done like a Beauty Blender, that's probably asking for too much, huh? I just wish they had other comparable things that were cheaper than a Beauty Blender. I've tried NYX, is it NYX or e.l.f. Tarte. I've tried some off brands from TJ Maxx. I have tried Morphe. None seems to compare to Beauty Blender, but I'm sure there's some out there that do the job. So I just need to know because I am tired of paying $20 for this piece of sponge. So the next thing I got are products that I've had already. I got them from Sephora. So this is my holy grail, you guys. This is Benefit's Precisely My Brow Pencil. I use this in mainly all of my tutorials. I do not have this on now. What I have on now is Anastasia. And yeah, I have on Anastasia actually right now. But this is what I use on my eyebrows for the most part. If I run out of this, I do have the pomade by Anastasia that I use, and that's what I have on right now. So, and this is the 3.5 color. I typically use the 3.5 in the beginning of my eyebrow, and then towards the end or the tail, I'll use the 4.0. Just because I like my tail to be a little bit more darker, just to make it look a little natural. So, all right, so the next thing that I got, this is also my holy grail. This is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is also my favorite concealer, or this is probably top 3 between this, ColourPop, and NARS. These are my top 3 concealers. I just like the consistency of it. It really blends in well. It doesn't take that long to set, and it's not too dry where it sets right away. It matches my skin tone. It gives me that brightness that I'm looking for. I just love the consistency of it. So, and I am in the color Sand. Again, I just spoke about it. The next thing I got is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. This is, again, one of my favorites concealers. The consistency of this as well, it's the same. It doesn't take that long to set. It's not too watery. This color, I am in the color medium dark number 32. I love how it brightens up my under eye. I just love ColourPop concealer. This is probably top on my list. I think, and I have that on now. That's what I have on now. I have on ColourPop right now. So that is it for the items that I've already had that I had to go replenish. So now I'm going to move back into Ulta. These are all new products that I purchased. I had to get Jackie's palette. And for you guys who don't know, this is Jackie Aina's. This is her eyeshadow palette. She just partnered with Anastasia Beverly Hills. And this is her first palette. She's doing big things, and I just wanted to support. And I've heard nothing but raving reviews about this palette. I tried some of the shadows on while I was in Ulta. I swatched them, and it's a nice creamy type textured eyeshadow. I love the colors. The colors I feel like are all colors that I would be able to wear on a regular basis. So I am very excited about this palette, and I cannot wait to use it. And of course, I will be doing not necessarily a review on it, but I'll absolutely be using it, and I'll do a video showing you my makeup look with it. All right, so the last two things that I purchased from Ulta, these are new items that I've never used before. This is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Foundation and Concealer. This is the new line that they just came out with. This is the Weightless Liquid Foundation. It's up to 24-hour wear, and this is their concealer. And I am in color 60WO for their foundation, and then for their concealer, I am in color 60WR. I tried these on and swatched them while I was at the store, and the consistency of it, it feels like it's going to be a great buy. So I cannot wait to try it on and use it. And when I do, I'll definitely be doing a video on these two items here. All right, so moving on to Sephora. Again, these are the items that I've never used before. One thing that I've been trying to get for the longest, but every time I go to Sephora, they are sold out. And of course, Ulta does not sell this product. So at least my Ulta doesn't sell the milk product. Do you guys Ulta sell milk products? I think that's across the board, right? But this is their Hydro Grip Primer. Honey, I have heard nothing but great reviews about this primer. I cannot wait to use it. I needed just a new primer to add to my repertoire. But as I stated earlier, my go-to primer is pretty much Cover FX Blurring Primer. But I heard this is the bomb. Have you guys used it yet? I'm sure you probably have. If you have, let me know what you thought of this Hydro Grip Primer. But I cannot wait to use it. I'll probably be using it tomorrow. Even if I don't have to go anywhere, I'm going to do my face just to use it. Oh, just joking. I don't want to waste it because this was pretty expensive too. So next thing that I got is this Fenty Beauty makeup sponge. Again, this was $16. So I said, you know what? Let me venture out and try it. It was much more expensive than the Beauty Blender. Well, not much more expensive, $2, $3, but still. I don't know anything about this makeup sponge. So have you guys used it? Is it soft? And I feel like it probably isn't that good. I mean, not to say it like that, but it's probably not as good as the Beauty Blender. I don't think there's anything as good as the Beauty Blender, but I haven't heard anyone who's used it and said anything extravagant about it. But if you have, let me know in the comments below what you think of Fenty Beauty's makeup sponge. The next thing that I got is the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid eyeliner. It was over there with the Jackie palette. So, and again, I'm trying to venture out and try different eyeliners. Right now, my favorite liquid eyeliner is NYX. I just love it because it's matte. It stays on a long time. I like the applicator that it comes with. So we'll see how this goes. Have you guys used this? If you have, drop a comment below and let me know. Speaking of Cover FX, I figured since I have their primer, I have her concealer, I have their foundation, I had to get their setting powder or baking powder. One of the ladies who was working at Sephora, she actually recommended this and said that she uses it. I asked her what did she think about the Laura Mercier and how did this compare, and she said it was just as good, if not better. So we'll see. And I got this in the medium tone. Oh, and FYI, I heard that at Sephora, they are going to discontinue selling Cover FX. I don't know if it was just my location, but one of the representatives who work there said that you can only buy it online at Sephora. So just FYI, if you got any last minute Cover FX items that you need to get from Sephora, you better do it now. Speaking of Fenty Beauty, I had to get her hydrating, is this a hydrating? I think it is. Yes, her Hydrating Pro Filter foundation. I had the matte foundation, and let me just tell you guys, I have oily skin, but her matte foundation is just too dry. It's just too dry for me. Even with me wearing it in the summertime, it was still too dry. And honestly, don't tell anybody, but I couldn't find my shade. Like I could not find my shade. I've been wearing 360 with her. And I know it's interesting because everybody pumps up that brand. It's not throwing shade, but I honestly could not find my shade. I was using 360, and 360 was leaving me kind of chalky or ashy looking. And then like 370 and 350 just was either too dark or too light. So I'm going to give this a try. I really want to like her foundations, but honestly, some of her products they're just okay. And that's okay to be okay. So we'll try it. Have you guys used her hydrating foundation yet? How did you like it? I have oily skin, so I wonder if it'll be too oily. But I figured maybe she balanced it out, so we'll see. And I got 370. I was going to try I did try. I swatched 360 at the store, but it was too light. So we'll see what 370 does, and I'll let you guys know. Speaking of Fenty, again, I'm trying to like her products and venture and get more of her products. So I got her liquid black eyeliner. I was not aware that she even had a liquid black eyeliner until one of the ladies at the store was helping me and said, oh, I think she said, I asked her what liquid eyeliner she wears, and she said she wears this. And she said, I told her about the NYX matte eyeliner, and she seems to believe this is just as good, or if not better. So have you guys tried it yet? She said it's really matte. She said the applicator is the bomb. And she said it just glides on really smooth and dark and jet black. So I think she said it's waterproof, or if it's not waterproof, it just stays on for a long time. So we'll see. The next thing I purchased from Sephora is this Sephora makeup foundation stick. So right now, my go-to foundation stick is Anastasia Beverly Hills, her truffle shade, and I love it. It's like, I love the creaminess of it. And I'm typically a cream person when it comes to my contour. I don't really like to contour with powder. I try not to use powder. My face works better with cream products than powder products. So I just wanted to venture out and see if I could try something different. Right now I have Black Radiance, Fenty, Anastasia, and I feel like I have one more, or maybe that's it. But those are my 3 contour sticks that I use. So I just wanted to add another one to my repertoire, and this color is called Teak, T-E-A-K. So we'll see what it does. The next thing that I purchased is this primer by Huda Beauty. I follow this particular gentleman on Instagram. He is a makeup guru. He is the bomb. His name, I forget, is Very J Styles. I think it's VARIJSTYLEZ. But he's on Instagram, and he did a look using this Huda Beauty primer. I just decided, I was like, well, let me try it again. I'm just trying to venture out and try different things. So I'll put this to use and see how it works. What I got is this Becca highlighter. I don't have too many Becca products. Are you guys a Becca fan? I don't really have. I think most of the Becca products that I have, now that I think about it, is I have another highlighter. I have her liquid highlighter. I'm not a liquid highlighter fan. I was trying to do something different, but the liquid highlighters just doesn't work for me. So I have to stick to powder highlighters. But this is the color Topaz. So I swatched it in the store, and it was really pretty on. It was like a bronzy topaz color. So I'll try it, and hopefully it's good. So the next thing that I purchased from Sephora is this Tatcha Pore Perfecting Moisturizer and Cleanser set. I've heard nothing but great reviews about Tatcha. I have never used any of her products only because it is very expensive. And I know Sephora doesn't carry their products, but this was a trial size that was in their in the area by their front counter. So I decided to get it, and I'm going to try it. I cannot wait to try it. I've heard great reviews about her setting powder and a lot of her other products that she has in her line. But this is the Deep Cleanse and Water Cream set. So the last thing that I purchased is this liquid glass serum by Versace. I've heard great reviews about this. I've been trying to add more to my facial cleansing regimen, and I wanted to get a serum, just a nice serum that could help with the dark spots. But basically, you just use a serum, you know, at the end of the night to apply to your entire face, and it just helps with dark spots, blemishes, and wrinkles, and all that good stuff. And it just helps to keep your face nice and tight and bright. I'll definitely be using this soon and incorporating it into my facial routine, and I'll be uploading that to YouTube shortly. Well, that is it, you guys. That completes my Ulta and Sephora haul. Let me know in the comments if you've used any of those new items that I purchased. Did you guys get that Jackie palette? Have you guys used that Fenty Hydrating Foundation? Or what about the Urban Decay foundation and concealer? Let me know. Drop a comment below and let me know what your thoughts or reviews about those products were. But I am definitely looking forward to using these products. And again, a lot of the newer products I'll be doing a video on so I can let you guys know how I like them. But don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Feel free to like this video if you did. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye.